The project that we're introducing today is a little bit different. It's different because it's a 3-unit, 4-story condominium development on the shores of the Indian River on Lake Muskoka. Because it's a condominium development does not mean that we didn't include all of the high-end detailing that we are typically known for in our high-end luxury residential projects. As I mentioned, there are 3 condominium units dispersed over 4 floors, each totaling 2,000 square feet. Each unit has 3 separate bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a separate laundry for each unit, an open concept kitchen, dining, living room, and an internal lounge with separate workstations. Each unit has 2 tandem parking spaces secure within the carport with access to downtown Port Carling. For each of the private residences, we have a private gym, which is 750 square feet with all of the current amenities that you would expect in a luxury home gym. With purchasing one of these units, you will have access to the 72 feet of water frontage on the Indian River right in downtown Port Carling, and each unit comes with their own boat slip. These are all the standard amenities that you will find throughout these 3 units, but the Rooftop Penthouse unit has some really amazing features. This unit has 2 balconies, one on the east side that overlooks the road and catches the morning sun. The other balcony on the westerly side of the building will allow you to soak up sunsets and look over all of downtown Port Carling. The town of Port Carling was founded in 1869. So as you would expect, there are a lot of old heritage homes and rich history in Port Carling. When we were commissioned to design this project, I took a look around at the surrounding buildings in the area. There are a lot of gable roof forms, shed roof forms, a lot of things that you would see in traditional architecture. The site is relatively small and it's long and narrow. Our client's brief was to maximize the density that was allowed on this property. In order to maximize that density, we were leaning towards a more modern form and volume where a flat roof would be incorporated into the design. Wanting to pay homage to that rich heritage of Port Carling in the downtown core, I'm pushing this design into the transitional vernacular. I've always thought that transitional architecture meant that you are going to be using traditional roofs and forms and shapes when you're looking at the exterior. When you use those more traditional roof shapes and forms and you mesh modern or contemporary materiality, then you can really start to blend the two together, traditional and contemporary, and make transitional architecture. However, this was much the opposite with this program. We were using more modern shapes and forms, but how are we going to make it transitional? We came up with an idea to actually reverse our original thinking with transitional architecture. Why couldn't we use modern roofs and forms and use traditional materiality to create transitional architecture? So when looking at this design, you'll see a lot of contemporary forms and volumes mixed with more traditional exterior materiality that you would see around the Muskoka area. By using a metal standing seam wall facade in a muted sage green, by also incorporating cedar shake on the wall, and not using a black frame window profile, we believe these muted colors will blend back into nature and also blend seamlessly with the heritage buildings around it. This is a new way of thinking about transitional design, and we would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. This is a new design project, and we are currently in the permitting and construction documentation process. These units are for sale, so if you are interested, please contact Ben Emery at imuskoka.com for more information.